Alrighty, welcome back everyone. It is LaughNgamez here. I am back and it is time for another Starcraft 2 1 versus 1 bot AI cast. We have got ourselves one that I'm incredibly excited for today, and one that I actually hand-picked. The matchup anyway. I have no idea how it's gonna go. I kind of have an idea because we've got the top Zerg bot that we've been watching pretty much destroy most of the other bots most of the time. And it's incredibly good in its macros, so I wanted to pick a bot that has got very good macro itself. So we have got Ketroc's bot. Almost a little bit infamous is Ketroc's bot, as it has provided some very, I'll say, awful to cast games just because of the nature of how it plays. It turtles so hard, it expands super slowly, but it's got very good macro. And that's the reason why I'm excited to cast this today, because Ketroc's bot, if any bot I think is going to be able to play a long drawn out macro game against Eris, I think it's got to be Ketroc's bot. I know that Eris is higher ranked than it, but I think Ketroc's bot may stand a decent chance here. So we've got a TVZ, but more importantly, a bot versus bot cast. Ladies and gentlemen, if you enjoy these videos, go ahead, slap that like button. Take the 2 seconds to leave a comment down below saying more bots if you want to see more of these bot games and you enjoy this series. Subscribe, hit that bell icon to get notified whenever I put up a new video. And then consider becoming a YouTube member. The link to that is in the description, or you can press that join button to check out the perks there. Anyway, we've got this game off already to a very quick macro start. No surprise, Eris going for its fast third hatch. I don't believe this bot deviates from it. And Ketroc going for a very fast command center, the low ground wall off to secure that, then getting a bunker right away, and actually an orbital command at the natural. Now, I know in the past and in some games, Ketroc's bot will go right for a very quick planetary fortress at the natural instead. A bit of variation here. It's been a while since I've cast it, going for a bunker at the natural wall. So this is a little bit cheaper than investing in that planetary, going to be a lot better for the economy. Another thing that I really like about Ketroc's bot, lifting the barracks to kill the overlord of Eris, and we see Eris like, wait, why is this overlord getting pulled back? It's supposed to be safe here. So Ketroc's bot killing off that overlord, a very neat programming trick there. Then going to load those marines into the bunker, but the Ling almost makes it by. It does not quite, however. So far, Eris mostly in the dark as far as any sort of scouting or detection goes. We can see there's lots of gas already on the way for Ketroc's bot. And if we notice in the chat early on, it said BC macro as far as the build for Ketroc. So I imagine we're going to be seeing some battle cruisers, a good old BC rush coming out of Ketroc's bot, also getting up in eBay. I imagine that's going to be allow for some defensive turrets. That is something that some of these bots really rely on as far as just base defense. We have got Burrow now on the way for Eris. Ling speed about to finish up. And lots of drones, pretty much. Lots and lots of drones coming out for Eris. So it is going to be a bit of that macro versus macro mech turtle Terran situation against that Zerg that just expands all over the place. As I think that's what we're going to be seeing here. Eris really has free reign to macro as much as it wants, so I'm wondering if we'll see a 4th base soon, or if this is something that is just like, if this is a choice by the bot author just knowing Ketroc's bot, or just based off the scouting or information that Eris has got, because it is macroing hard. Like, this is super duper hard macro. 60 drones getting up in like 4.5 minutes. Now, this could lead to big problems here for Eris, as there's going to be 2 battle cruisers on the way for Ketroc's bot. Not going for the single starport BC rush, the multiple starport battle cruiser rush. Going to be using that strategy. and this can just straight up kill Zerg. So I'm wondering how well Ketroc's bot is going to micro these BCs, whether they'll teleport across the map right away. We've got 1 spore, 2 spores, 3 spores on the way for the Zerg bot, so getting up that base Zerg defense. But as far as 2 BCs goes, this can be really problematic, and I honestly want to say, if this was like a human versus bot match, I think there'd be a lot of trouble here for Eris. Now, we'll see how well Ketroc's bot can control the battle cruisers. It's not an easy thing to program, but oh my, Eris is actually investing in a lot of spore crawlers. Somehow it's got the read on this, maybe just knowing that it's Ketroc's bot, and the author has maybe programmed it to build extra spore crawlers. That wouldn't surprise me, because if it's not battle cruisers, it's banshees for Ketroc's bot, it seems. We've got 1 Ling harassing this attempt at a 3rd base. There is, however, a couple spares going up for Ketroc's bot. So it's just mass battle cruisers and macro. We see these BCs moving on in here now. Gonna be looking for some damage. I mean, the flying, I guess, across the map means that they get here much later than if they just went for a teleport across the map. Of course, this does mean they have the teleport to retreat. We do see the BCs shooting down one of these queens already. Going to be a 2nd dead queen. Do we have a 3rd dead queen? Yes, we do. 3 dead queens, lots of drones burrowed, forced underground. Is there going to be another dead queen here? Double Yamato cannon going down and nukes that spore crawler. This is going to give Ketroc's BCs free reign on this base. Well, I mean, free reign to just hang around for the most part. We do, however, see a very low high threshold on that battle cruiser for when it teleports out, ensuring that it will escape. Could have killed that extra queen, does not. But that is the cautious approach to programming. That battle cruiser teleporting out of there with about 200 HP left. Quite a bit left, but it probably means that Ketroc's bot isn't going to lose a lot of BCs in the near future. If it teleports them out that quickly. We see a little bit of debug message there for Ketroc's bot mining fix. I love to see that. And Ketroc's bot getting up a 5th base, wants to land this one. However, there is a burrowed Zergling. I imagine it's got behavior to fix that. We also see planetaries going up at these extra bases, so Ketroc's bot looking to just have that roaring economy. The battle cruiser count is only 3, and Eris is at the point that it is starting to pump corruptors, hydras, all things anti-battle cruiser. 86 drones to 68 workers. The mineral income is so high for Eris with that 84 drone epic saturation with the 4 bases. We've got this planetary is getting up though, so that's good to see. Ketroc's bot making all the units that it can, getting up turrets, planetaries. It's getting ready to weather the storm of Eris, and we're gonna see if it can or not. I really have no idea. It is a little bit worrisome for the Terran bot, just the fact that like the BCs, they don't trade out that well versus corruptors. It's all going to depend on the control. The BCs, the Raven moving forward to clean up some creep. I love to see that. Poor Queen doesn't stand a chance. Gets the Yamato cannon. The Raven coming with the BCs allows for a lot of creep to be cleaned up. So Ketroc has really thought of this when writing his bot to make sure that that gets taken care of. Enemy has Zerg Corruptor, conditional Viking production started. I love those debug messages. So, not just going to pump the BCs, going to make some Vikings behind this, although it does fire up another battle cruiser. So, we'll see if Ketroc's bot does pivot towards that. Notable, though, for these mass BCs from Ketroc's bot is that it's already heading into 2-2 upgrades, which is really going to help out against these Corruptors, against these Hydras. Eris is getting 2-1 attacks, so the Hydras will have some nice damage, but the Corruptors will be lacking on upgrades for the most part. They're getting +1 attack now. The one thing I'm concerned about for Ketroc's bot, however, is that there is no siege tanks yet. No tanks at all. And those are really what you want to deal with the mass Hydras. Like, BCs can be good against Hydras when you've got 200, but Hydras are pretty darn good before you hit the max supply mark. I mean, it's like 5 BCs against 16 Hydras. You're going to lose at least 1 or 2 BCs in that engagement, I believe. So, a couple of tanks sprinkled in here and there helps, but I imagine Ketroc has thought of that and has chosen this strategy regardless. So, we've got Another command center going up for Ketroc, so both these bots taking oh so many bases. Really just one more for Ketroc's bot to expand to, one more for Eris to expand to. Burrowed Ling being a pain, as always, with Eris. And so far, this game's calming down a little bit. As I say that, though, in come Corruptors, but they are going to eat a lot of Yamato Cannons. Yamato Cannons so efficient at killing Corruptors. We see these Corruptors now trying to micro against the Battle Cruisers, and the micro from Eris is really great, fanning out those Corruptors, minimizing those BC shots as they just try and target down those Battle Cruisers. I didn't even know you could micro Corruptors that well against BCs to maximize your damage. We see Queens now walking, and we do see Eris coming on in here, going to try and break this planetary. I imagine there's going to be an SCV repair on it, and there is. That's really important to see. SCVs are being targeted, notably, to prevent this mass repair going down. And so Ketroc's bot is going to have to react to this or lose a base. Well, it's going to have to react to it regardless, but I think it's going to lose the base here. We see, yeah, all those SCVs targeted down the planetary despite having the building armor gets picked off. There's 10 BCs, 12 Corruptors. And so the Battle Cruisers may be able to win out here, as most of the Hydras have been whittled down at this point. More Corruptors are on the way. The Battle Cruiser count for Ketroc is not lowering. We have yet to see a single one die thanks to that high threshold for teleporting out. More and more BCs coming out. Ketroc's bot gonna lose another base, however, but it retains its Battle Cruiser count. It's heading towards 3-3 upgrades, and that's gonna give it a lot more cash to play with, so to speak, when it doesn't have to be, you know, pumping out Battle Cruisers nonstop. It's just going to be able to keep them alive, potentially, and trade out. We do see another base under attack. Looks like this one will stand firm with the SCV hug going down. Although, I mean, where are these BCs? Like, they gotta get out there and start cleaning this Zerg up, and I think they should be able to. What's the Corruptor count? 24 Corruptors. Mass Yamato Cannon going down. However, the Corruptor count has got high enough to kill off one of those BCs, so that one does perish. However, with the Yamato Cannons thinning out their numbers, looks like the Battle Cruisers are teleporting out now just fine. Injured Battle Cruiser waltzing away, seeing as how it had already taken, or had already teleported. This one, the rest of them now coming off of teleport cooldown. Now, the big problem with this strategy, I mean, it's a great strategy from Ketroc's bot. However, that BC missed the mark there. The big problem is you got a lot of BCs that are not engaged in the fight constantly, as they're almost always home to repair. So we see the cost efficiency is really good for Ketroc's bot, but as far as what it's fighting with, it's not actually that much. We see another Battle Cruiser going down. These BCs seem to be kind of stuck here. They are at least teleporting out. Yamato Cannon, teleport out, retreat. That seems to be the modus operandus for these BCs. The Battle Cruiser count is currently 12. I believe we just saw another one go down there. That's quite unfortunate, and Ketroc's bot has another base under siege. And so Eris is doing a really good job hitting the macro of Ketroc's bot. The economy can't take too many more beatings. If it loses a base, that could start a downward spiral. Ketroc's bot really needs to get up another base. It can't afford to be losing anymore. Eris does seem to be backing off a little bit. As I say that, though, Corruptors move in. They get another Battle Cruiser. That damage is so high there that they can indeed volley down these BCs, and I don't think Ketroc's bot can afford to lose too many of these. Eris is just a monster here, and with its own macro being mostly unaffected, even taking one of Ketroc's bases at this point, it can just keep trading out like this, whereas Ketroc's bot, it's got a great economy for now due to the mules. It's mining lots of gas because those refineries take a long time to run out, so it's still got lots of gas income, but it's having a hard time taking another base. Yamato Cannon's going down, getting insane efficiency, but there's a Neural Parasite locking down one of these BCs, guaranteeing the kill on it there, and that is a highly efficient spell. And this is just insane how good Eris is in the late game. Like, it's breaking Ketroc's bot with no problem, it seems. Ketroc's bot is still trading out incredibly efficiently, I'll say, but it's down 2-3 bases at this point. The Corruptor count just getting too darn high. I'm not sure what Ketroc's bot could use to help out here. Maybe some more turrets on the ground, maybe the odd tank to zone out the Hydras, that kind of thing. Another BC goes down, locked in on that Yamato Cannon. The Battle Cruisers cannot teleport while they're firing the Yamato Cannon, so that is an opportunity for Eris to pick them off. How many Corruptors have died this game? Take your guess. That's 42, so we've seen like 42 Yamato cannons kill Corruptors this game pretty much. The BC count is currently 11. Ketroc's bot still maxed out. Eris's bot actually so low on cash, it is spending it as fast as it can get it. Ketroc's bot is attempting to secure up another base. If it can get up this PF, this could give a lot more sustainability to this bot. We see some Hydras coming in. The PF will do pretty darn well against them though. Bit of gas mining being shut down. Battlecruiser comes in, gonna get picked off though. At least it gets a Corruptor. This one also gets picked off, so the trades don't go as well when there's like 20 Corruptors on the map. We also see another great Neural Parasite going down. Battlecruisers really engaging in here despite massive losses for Ketroc's bot. These ones are getting out of here. That one does just drive away, but the Neural Parasite's guaranteeing kills. And oh, even another one. There seems to be quite a few of these coming out of Eris. The Yamato cannon goes down. BCs are teleporting on out, but that was like 6 BCs that died right there. Ketroc's bot down to 7 battlecruisers. It has at least got this extra base up, which is oh so important, but just the Corruptors are too darn good. Like, and I do wonder, would an extra turret here or an extra turret there potentially help out Ketroc's bot to zone out these Corruptors and trade better? I'm not sure. I'm really enjoying this game, but I am a little bit concerned because BCs really scale. Yamato cannon doesn't get off as that BC gets picked off, and we're seeing, yeah, one BC goes in by itself. It does not stand a chance against this RB. They're at least getting off Yamato cannons, but Ketroc's bot cannot afford to keep replacing these. Hydras coming on in. The BCs are so strong with their 3-3 against the Hydras, but not against the Corruptors. Another Yamato cannon gets denied there, and we're sort of seeing Ketroc's bot fall into this spiral as you lose a few BCs. All of a sudden, it seems you're losing all of them. The main base is now under threat. These battlecruisers trying to get on out of there before they get picked off. They are still trading out really well against the Hydras. The Corruptor count isn't just constant, like it's at least killing off lots of Corruptors here. It's just there's not quite enough battlecruiser production here. It seems that BC gets out by the skin of its teeth. These BCs have got to hang back and be repaired, however. Like, and it is just that thing. Corruptors beat battlecruisers in head-on trades for the most part because just they're more efficient. They don't cost as much, yet they deal lots of damage to the BCs. And so this is why Ketroc's bot's having a really hard time. Ketroc's bot seems to be limited by the gas on the repair, and if this main base gets breached and the economy gets taken down, Ketroc's bot will not be able to replace these BCs to repair them up as it also needs to do. The Corruptor count is only 9 right now, so it's not that formidable. It's 9 Corruptors to 7 BCs, as Eris seems to be pivoting to lots of Hydras. However, we've seen the natural base now go down. The mining is really disrupted here for Ketroc's bot. More and more SCVs are repairing these BCs. The trades are just non-stop as a battlecruiser pops out, fires its Yamato cannon, and teleports out of there. Another BC moves forward. Gonna actually get picked off, that one. Yamato cannon goes down. Another dead Corruptor. And so it's just so darn close for Ketroc's bot to be holding on. We're seeing how long the repair is taking on these battlecruisers, though. Ketroc's bot saying main base breach. That ain't good. It's still got lots of extra planetaries that are incredibly hard to break, but SCVs have been dying as they transfer. The battlecruisers are trading out as well as they can. If all these BCs were full HP, I think they could repulse this attack from Eris, but it's just looking like it's too much for the Zerg bot. And Ketroc's bot, it's incredible, but it just goes to show that Eris is a beast, beating all strategies, cheeses, everything. It's a really darn impressive bot. So ladies and gentlemen, if you enjoyed this one, hit that like button. If you want to see a rematch between these two bots, let me know. I'd definitely consider casting another one because, for example, Ketroc's bot, it lost those 2 bases, and that really did put it on the back foot early on in the game, so maybe that would change it up. Those BCs get taken over, and that is going to be that for the fleet, unfortunately. The efficiency of Ketroc's bot is great, but I do wonder, like, as far as little tweaks go, would adding in a tank at each planetary potentially help out? A turret or 2 extra could really help out Zone the Corruptors. Just add an extra turret that hugs the planetary. Maybe not. Maybe the bot authors thought of that and Hydras just kill it all the time. Maybe that's just overthinking the problem. Anyway, a really fun matchup. Leave a like. Let me know more bots in the comments down below. Join the Discord, which is linked down below. And if you guys think you can build a better bot than either of these two, I challenge you to do that. Check out the SC2AI Discord. That is the home of all things bot. And those poor battle cruisers. And yeah. Just wait for this all to get cleaned up. Planetary is still pretty hard to break. I'll see you guys next time.